Hello BattleBitters. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the two latest changes made in BattleBit Remastered. I'm going to give you the facts, and then I'll give you my opinions on these changes and what my predictions will be after I give you the information that was provided by the BattleBit devs. Honey Badger was remodeled. However, AS VAL and Honey Badger both had their maximum damage decreased from 35 to 32. Their damage drop-off will now start at 20 meters instead of 50 meters, so that means the weapon is no longer effective at longer ranges. Bullet velocity for both weapons have decreased from 560 meters per second to 440 meters per second, which is a 20% decrease in velocity. Horizontal recoil for both weapons increased from 1.6 to 1.9, so that means you're going to get more horizontal motion for both the weapons. And for the attachments and cosmetics, nothing more needs to be said other than all the attachment unlocks will require less kills, and the grind burden will be shifted towards skin unlocks, which I think is a sigh of relief for those trying to grind for their favorite weapons in the game. As some of you may know, before this update, the majority of the players have no reason to use any other AR other than AS VAL. Some of them might use the Honey Badger, but most of them prefer to use AS VAL. Now, for those who have played in the last BattleBit playtest, you may already notice this change in the AS VAL or the Honey Badger's behavior, and this is making many people who have invested heavily in this weapon freak out.
Careful.
This topic was hotly debated amongst everyone in the community, whether to nerf this weapon or not. I mean, take a look at the screenshot. There's over 2,000 comments on this topic. As far as my opinion goes, I saw this change coming. It is a needed change, but it's just not at the right places. My problem with the AS VAL was the reload time. Compare that to all the other weapons, AS VAL reloads like a jackrabbit, running at 3.33 seconds with the extended mag and a B25 URK grip, or a lightning 2.27 seconds with a quick mag B25 URK. To me, that is nuts. For reference, the B25 URK grip is an attachment that not only decreases your recoil, but also increases your reload speed, or in this case, decrease the reload time, and increase your draw speed, which is, of course, the time it takes to switch to your weapon. And a lot of aggressive players like Artoria or Decimal are gonna use this grip to their advantage. The extended mags on the Honey Badger, on the other hand, this change is not listed on the updates. I don't know if this is a bug, but the Honey Badger's extended mag right now has 25 rounds, which is only one more ammo than its stock 24 round mag. And its quick mag counterpart has only 20 rounds. And this quick mag situation is not limited to just Honey Badger, but to other weapons like HK419. If it's not a bug, then it's the most laughable thing out there, because no one is going to be using that, especially when you have a 4.13 second reload speed with an extended 25 round mag and a B25 URK grip equipped. And even before the remodel, the extended mag was 28 rounds. Look, even the AS VAL has a 3.66 second reload speed with a 30 round mag without the B25 grip. It's a staggering half-second difference right there, and almost a second difference with the B25 URK grip. And those milliseconds matter. Like, come on, give me a break. As for their horizontal recoil changes and the damage drop-off, I think this is meant to deter players from engaging at longer distance, and they intend for these weapons to be a close-quarter weapon. So what do I think about these changes overall? I'm going to tell you that aggressive players that prefer close-quarter combat are still going to use it one way or the other. The reload speed, along with its fast fire rate of 800 rounds per minute and still high damage, is just too appealing to lose it, in my opinion. DPM is just still high for its category. What I think should have happened is that they tweak the reload speeds or the fire rate accordingly for all the weapons, because some of the reload speeds right now in some guns are just outrageous, like the AUG. The AUG A3 also had ridiculous reload speeds, faster than that of an AS VAL's 20 round mag, but the fire rate is just not good at 500 rounds per minute. That's just laughable. M4A1, the starter weapon, has a 3.01 second reload speed with a quick mag and a B25 URK attached, but has only 30 damage and a fire rate of 700 rounds per minute. SG550 with the same attachment has a 2.38 second reload speed, but only has 27 damage and a 700 rounds per minute. The DPM is just not good. Just looking at those stats, you can see the reason why people chose the AS VAL. However, out of all of this, I'm going to predict that we're going to be seeing a lot more Chris Vector users, as his stats come out as victorious on this one by a huge margin. I mean, take a look at Chris Vector's stats. Its damage range is better than AS VAL, and the DPS is just insane at 50 meters. It's not even a question. I even thought that Chris Vector was going to get nerfed, but it turns out it didn't happen. I will also predict that AK-74 and just maybe HK-419 will become the dominant rifle of the battlefield as a replacement to the AS VAL's terrible recoil. With a heavy barrel equipped on an AK-74, the minimum time to kill is 179 milliseconds on the head. A heavy barrel on the HK-419, the minimum TTK is around 182 milliseconds. AS VAL right now, 225 milliseconds. Chris Vector, 200 milliseconds. And on top of that, the damage drop-off range on the AK-74 and HK-419 is 50 meters, making both weapons an excellent all-round weapon. To give some perspective, the Honey Badger and AS VAL before the nerf had a 150 millisecond minimum time to kill. Why do I say the AK-74, but said maybe on the HK-419? AK-74 has lower recoil than the HK-419. AK-74 is a rank 0 weapon, so that means it's automatically unlocked for you at the start, while the 419 is unlocked at rank 37. And like I said, the reload speed to mag cap ratio is just a lot better on the AK-74. Like, come on. The 419 has only 24 rounds in its quick mag, which makes no sense. Of course, unless if it was a bug. Now, I want to clarify one thing about the minimum time to kill. It does not include the hits you make on the body armor or helmet, like the support's exo helmet and the exo body armor, which is the strongest in this game. So the minimum time to kill may not reflect the actual experience. It might take an extra shot or two to obtain your kills. As for the attachment changes, in my opinion, it was a welcoming change, especially for snipers. I mostly have a hard time with snipers, and that's a skill issue, of course. So with this change, it's easier to obtain the attachments you need for your weapon. To give some perspective, I played this game for over 170 hours, and I still don't have all the attachments for all my Mark 14 EBR, which I have over 1,200 kills on before this change. It would be madness if I spent countless hours and still have not completed the game. But I think the lowering of the requirement was just too much, as I found it to be easy to obtain attachments for the new weapons. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what you guys think about this update in the comment section down below, especially for those that mained the AS VAL. I would like to know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.